Welcome to another episode. I think I love you. Episode number 3. Yeah, so we got 2 episodes down, and the response has been great, man. Thank you for all the feedback. Keep on going to iTunes and leaving a review. I promise you that helps me out. And tell me what you think about the show. Real talk. If you hate it, love it, I don't care. Just go ahead and leave a review. If you ever want to be part of one of my episodes, send me an email at loverboylos92@gmail.com. Again, the email is loverboylos92@gmail.com. And I'm always open to interviewing anyone. But yeah, keep on going to SoundCloud. Keep on listening. I got so much more to give you guys. I promise that I'm going to be creating a lot more content. So be on the lookout for that soon. So today's episode is going to feature 2 of my friends. They're a couple. They've been on and off together for a long time, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to interview them, see the struggles of their relationship. But now it looks like they're all good, so go ahead, listen to this episode, and let me know what you think.
Welcome to I Think I Love You, where we keep it real with your past, current, and future relationships. With your host, Loverboy Los.
Welcome to another episode on I Think I Love You.
I love you.
And today on my episode, I have my good friend Mike over here. Mike, you want to introduce yourself?
What's good, everybody? My name is Mike. I love my girlfriend, Jackie. And I'm ready to talk about how much I love her. Let's get it.
All right, so Mike and Jackie have been, I think, basically high school sweethearts. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Something like that. I don't know if we're the traditional high school sweethearts, but we've known each other since we were in high school, like 16.
Yeah, you guys, what, mid-20s right now? 25?
25. Should be 25 soon.
So you two been with each other since high school. And my question is, like, how have you two been together for such a long time? Because when I was in high school, I was rocking, like, baggy jeans, baggy clothes. I was into, like, weirdo music and all this stuff, man. So tell me how things have changed since then between the two of you.
Well, first off, I guess you need the quick history lesson between the two of us, Madam Jackie. I guess I'll tell the story. Met when we were 16, dated for a year, broke up for our senior year because I wanted to wild out my senior year. You'll notice during the story, that'll be a common theme of the story. I just like to wild out, or used to wild out.
Understandable.
Broke up, went to college, far away from one another. Definitely wild out. I guess she did her thing. She's not in her head, yes, but okay, whatever. Anyways, second year of college, start talking again. Things get serious. I decided to move back down. We date for how long, babe? Like 2 years? 2 years, something like that.
Okay,
then
second year of college.
Yeah, and then, it was like second year of college up until last year of college. Broke up again, senior year again, wild out. Sorry, babe, wild out. And realized I'm a moron. Then here we are, motherfucking a year later, together, living together. It's been a year. That's a story from 16 to 25 in a matter of 3 minutes.
Okay, so it's basically because you've been trying to wild out. And so are you 100%. Saying that?
Like, I saw this meme the other day that I meant to send to her, but I was like, fuck, this is just going to cause some shit. But it was a DW from Arthur. She had the screen. She was like behind a fence and she was holding it with sunglasses on. And all the memes said, waiting for your one to get out of his Hoeing face. That's what the meme said. And I was like, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, she's probably not going to like that. Smart move. So is that something you learned now since you all been together so long? You know her little habits and all that?
Oh yeah, it's not worth it. How does homie Kanye say it? One good girl is worth 1,000 bitches.
All right, man. So thing about you two is that you guys actually live together too. So
indeed, that's true.
How have you, Michael, adapted to her tendencies and vice versa?
Ooh, that's the hard part because we are polar opposites in everything. Like, our interests might be the same, but our personalities are polar opposite. So there's been a lot of adjusting that we're still working on. But it hasn't been that bad, honestly, personally. Yeah. We've kind of been used to it because we've always, well, not I, but she's always like kind of spent the night or have been around a lot. So it's kind of a smooth transition. So I don't know. It's just always working on it. We're always gonna have something to work on, just like anything else in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always working and improving on whatever you're doing.
So when you say polar opposites, like you the type of like leave your shoes on the table, or like you leave your shirts on the floor, or like she's like,
yeah, extremely messy, and I'm complete opposite.
I'm not that messy. I've cleaned up since she's moved in, but I'm still messy. I'm messy, but I'm not fucking messy.
So you were telling me when you guys broke up, like, what'd you learn about yourself during that time where you're like, damn, this is a single life, like I'm living it up, or you're like, oh man, like maybe I fucked up and like maybe I should have never done that?
I think it was a little bit of both for him.
Yeah, because like I've always known like I'm over a girl or something like that. If I thought about seeing her with someone else or like saw a picture of her and I'm like cool with it, that's how I know I'm over a girl. I never went through that with her at all.
So you guys are still friends on Facebook and Instagram, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we never blocked each other. We were never one of those couples. Like if we're considered on and off couple, not many people knew unless it was our close friends. Safe to say, right?
Yeah.
Like, I bet you there's quite a few friends of ours that think we've been fucking fine and dandy for a decade when it's been one hell of a roller coaster ride, even though it's my fault. For all the people that are like real high school sweethearts and only been with each other, more of the power to you. Mm-hmm. Not my way, but that's her way. I don't know how we're going to raise our kids, but hopefully her way more than my way.
Oh, so y'all already think about having kids, huh?
Hell no. I do not want any. I don't even want to get married. But just because I love her so much and I know she wants both, it's just one of those sacrifices you make when you with someone that you love.
Yeah.
You compromise.
Okay.
But if we have kids, I want a starting 5, not just one.
Starting 5 now. With the real Lamb family. All right, Mike. So you say what about like, you know, when you're with your boys and all that stuff, like when you see your single friends like trying to do their thing compared to like the ones that are in relationships, like do you feel like when guys are single, is it harder for them to have a good time whether as they're in a relationship?
Oh hell no. both people have a good time. I don't know, like, let's see, what's the first question? Is it harder for single guys, you think you said?
Yeah.
To have a good time around couples?
Yeah, or in general, like just to have like a good time, like say you're going out to a club, whereas maybe you're in a relationship, you guys kind of do like the Netflix instead, or maybe go watch a movie. Right. Whereas I guess you could do that single, but it's different dynamics.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. For me personally, and I think this is pretty well known throughout my circle, is I don't really understand the point of going out if it's not to like go out and hook up and meet someone.
I did not know that about you.
And like just get drunk and have a good time. Like being like, I love going out with the guys and having a blast, but it's like, what am I out here for? I'm spending all this money and I'm like just looking around. It's like window shopping. I hate window shopping. And I don't know if that's a good or bad analogy, but it's like
I can see that.
Don't get me wrong, though. Like, there's definitely times you go out with the boys, go watch a game, go just have a guys' night or whatever. But you got me fucked up if I'm having a guys' night at a club. You know what I mean? You're not catching me at a club. I hate going to clubs, even when I was single.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a different type of environment, but
yeah, it's not always fun, especially in LA.
It's definitely a different vibe. I will honestly admit, I don't know if it's because I'm in my mid-20s or it's because I'm not 20. I don't know what it is, but being at home and Netflix and chilling is much, much more comfortable. I'm not even a homebody like that, but it's way cheaper and doper than going out and spending money on drinks. Yeah, and then talking to ugly girls and cute girls and blah, 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 and small talk and repeating the same shit. Oh, what's your name? Oh, what do you do? Oh, where are you from? Same 3, 4, 5 questions over and over again.
Yeah, it's that reintroducing.
Yeah, fuck that. Just stay with the one you love. Don't fuck it up.
So speaking of that, man, like, how did you know you loved Jackie? Like, what was the first indicator that, damn, this girl might be my one?
Ah, fuck. The first time I knew I loved you, I can't believe I'm going to say this and start it up because now she's just going to get mad at me and blah, 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 blah. But I know one telling sign was when I was infatuated with my first love, and I'm doing the air quotes right now. And then her and Jackie and I started dating, and she was all I could think about. That's it. And then from that day on, she was always on my mind. Even when we like break up and like not talk for like 6 months or something like that, which for the record is the longest we went without talking, I'd still think about her every fucking damn day. You know? So, and it started then and hasn't stopped because I clearly have to think about her when I wake up next to her every day, which I'm blessed for.
That's interesting, man. So you said both of you didn't talk for 6 months? Like nothing at all, like no text messages, nothing like, hey, how you doing?
It was after she wished me a happy birthday my second year.
And I found out he had a new girlfriend.
And I had a new girlfriend.
And he didn't tell me about her.
You didn't tell about it?
Oh no, I was trying to be a player then. We were broken up. We were broken up though. We were in college. Yeah. I was like, 400, 500 miles away, whatever it was.
It was about what was the signs that she's down? Like, damn, this girl got my back. Like, she's a ride or die. Like,
signs she was down. Shit, taking trips by herself 500 miles away to visit me in school.
Oh, you would do that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Try to still hang out and talk to my mom even though we broke up.
Oh, you would hang out with his mom too?
But I had a good relationship with her.
So you're in like the stereotypical, like, all right, we break up, I'm not going to talk to your family, I'm not going to talk to you. I was like, y'all actually, so it seems like you guys actually has like some type of friendship. Would I say so? That, or we're both just stuck no matter what. Because we've become, I don't know, at this point, it's like we're family no matter what. Like, as much as I love her, it's no matter what, even if I like something, I don't know, God forbid, if something horrible happens and we end up hating each other, it still will be unconditional love. You know what I mean? But I don't expect that to happen. Yeah. I mean, it's all good. So you two don't really believe in like, you can't, because this is my thing, I can't feel like I can't be friends with my ex. Like, if I saw my ex like tomorrow or something, I would not, like, I know she would do the same thing. She would not want to talk to me either. So like, you two, like, what was the thing about that? Like, how'd you guys decide to stay friends and keep that line of communication going? Oh, I'm so excited for her to answer this question.
I think it's just more of when you're in a relationship, you have to be someone's friend and like their right hand and just know them really well and who they are, what they're about. And that I think that definitely plays into how well the relationship works out. But I definitely think that the foundation of a relationship is just the respect and friendship before the relationship in a way. Because you don't just want your boyfriend to just be your boyfriend. You want your boyfriend to encompass like being a friend, being a right hand, like being your support. And I think that whether we were in a relationship or not, like with the on and off, that was always consistent. If I needed to talk to someone in specific, or I thought about having to do something, or like I needed a second opinion, I would call him for advice as opposed to running away from oh, that's my ex, I can't talk to him. Would you say that like your biggest regret then in your relationship, or do you even have any regrets in it? I personally don't have any, because as cheesy and cliche as everybody says, you learn from your regrets, or you can't live with regrets because you learn from all your mistakes, and that cliche or whatever it is. That shit's real. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't appreciate her as much if I didn't realize how hurt she was, or how much I mean to her, how much she means to me, and vice versa for all that stuff. I definitely learned how to handle situations better with her. I don't really have regrets. If we wouldn't have gotten back together and I was so determined on not talking to him and would have kept that going, I think that I would have regretted that, because you grow as a person, so just missing out on like everything he's done and just keeping up with who he is and how he's grown, and not necessarily, and like not being a part of it, even though it wasn't directly, but just being like part of the support system, I say, then I would have regretted that.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
She just said she loves me and she always hasn't shown. That's just what she said.
So like your support system, I was
I have
like,
any regrets now?
yeah, because you guys are still together.
Right, but if we wouldn't be together, then I would have had that regret of, because I know that if we wouldn't have gotten together, then I would have for sure stopped talking to him because of anger. Then I would have regretted that, because I don't think anger is the right way to guide a relationship or to guide the future of a friendship. Right, so I would have allowed anger to prevent me from talking to him and seeing what he was going to do 4 years later. And then,
That was pretty deep.
Yeah, that was good.
Was pretty deep.
I don't know if I'm, yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, amazing.
Anger
That's
should
good.
not fuel relationships. That's what you said, right?
That what?
Anger should not fuel relationships.
Whether it's a friendship or an actual relationship.
Goes back to unconditional love for each other. So now, Jackie, you said about like anger shouldn't drive the relationship, but like, you know, any relationship isn't perfect. So when you guys do get in fights or little arguments or whatever the case might be, like, how do you guys go about it, and like, how do you guys solve it, or do you guys even solve it, or go to sleep angry at each other? Like, what's your approach to it?
I'll say that's one thing though. I think starting at first, we never go to bed and mad at each other. I think we've done it maybe once, and we both felt very awkward the next morning. And yeah, we never go to bed mad. It's like, just fucking deal with that shit.
Which has been something that I learned, because I don't like to deal with my problems there and then.
No.
I hate talking about them the moment that it's happening,
Yeah.
because I like to think and reflect.
Yeah, because you're really emotional at that.
Right. So I think that's our one rule, though. Like, you can't go to bed mad, because then it carries on to the next day.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to keep going until it's actually talked about. And then what's the point of talking about something that happened yesterday?
Yeah, like, what was the most recent thing you guys two argued about?
Validation of our feelings. And then getting in an argument and then letting that argument linger to the next day. And then you have attitude with each other over some dumb shit. And then I'm stressed out, so I have a short fuse. She's stressed out. She has a short fuse. And it's just letting shit like just build up and snowball into something bigger than what it needs to be. And it's all over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So it's just all about talking it out. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to force it out of her because she doesn't like talking. But that's the only way to do it. It's funny because like when it comes to arguing or a relationship, she doesn't like talking. And she likes letting shit build up. But she's not like that with anything else in life.
And so how do you get it out of her?
Keep talking shit. Keep annoying her. Keep pissing her off until she's over it. That's a lot. I think that's kind of my secret, is just annoy the fuck out of her until I get what I want. I just let her know my biggest secret.
Damn. So like, how do you guys even bring that argument up? Was it you, Jackie, or was it you, Mike? It was like, oh, I need to get. Well, I'm assuming it was you, Jackie, since you're talking about
The Magic Castle.
The Magic Castle.
I had a rough day, and I was talking to him about it on our way to an event. And as I was explaining to him, not explaining it, so I was talking about my day, he interrupted me for something random, like the Magic Castle's right there.
I'd never seen the Magic Castle before, in my defense.
You stopped there for Magic Castle.
No, I just looked. I was like, oh, that's the Magic Castle, babe. Look. And then we were watching an episode of Love where it was about the Magic Castle. And I thought she knew what I was talking about, but I forgot she fell asleep during that episode. Sorry for clapping in your ear. And so her excitement was not as much as mine, especially when she's telling a serious story about herself, which I later learned.
So yeah, and then he didn't say anything. Or he said, oh, keep going. And I was like, okay. So I kept going. And then again, I finished saying what I had to say. And he didn't respond. He just went on. Say anything like, oh, your day was rough, or yeah, you've had better days. Nothing. And that really bothered me. And because I've been practiced, because he didn't respond. And
In my defense, we were also lost looking for a place.
we weren't
driving.
lost. He had GPS.
We were lost. That's why I circled the place 3 times.
But point is
But I still fucked up.
that...
But in my defense.
Stop interrupting me. Because I've been trying to confront the problem, right? Not letting it like marinate for a couple of hours. I did tell him I have something to tell you, because if not, it's going to linger into the night at the event. And so when I told him, he got really upset that I made a big deal out of it and that he didn't know what to tell me. And that got me really upset, because it's like, if you're my partner, you should know what to say, or you should know to validate me, or you should know what to respond with. So yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, we ain't got to bring up bullshit anymore. Anyways, that was an old fight. Let's not make it a new fight. I fucked up. I admit it. I lost that one.
But you learned from that, though, right? Like, what'd you learn from that, Mike?
I definitely have to work on the validating stuff. That's hard. That's real hard. And then I have learned the last 2 fights have been over probably the same stuff. Is that a lot of the times, I'm not going to say all women, but at least this specific woman and girlfriend right here doesn't necessarily want advice or to hear your voice. They just want to be heard, type of thing. And I've always just thought people want my advice. But I guess that's because I'm arrogant. But a lot of times it's just doing that. And you can also avoid a lot of fights and arguments doing that, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's some great advice right
Just
there,
listen,
man.
bro.
Just listen.
Just
Don't
listen
even say anything.
and shut the fuck up.
Oh, man. I remember this one time I saw my ex and she was telling me all these things that are happening. I was like, I just told her, like, oh, everything's going to be all right. And she completely got mad at me. She was like, yeah, you killed my vibe.
Oh, that's the one that would drive me nuts living together, is when I'm having a great day, excited for her to come home, or I'm excited to come home or some shit. She just has an absolute shitty day and fucks my whole rhythm up and hits me sideways. Like, now I'm mad. Why? But she's working on that. We're both working on that too.
Yeah, man. But it sounds like you guys are a really happy couple, and like y'all learn, like, damn, y'all don't follow any of the ex advices, like any of the, like, not being friends with each other after you break up, none of that stuff. Still hanging out family members, like all that good stuff. So y'all are really good inspiration for like couples that actually want to do something like y'all.
Mike and Jack inspirational?
Debatable.
Oh man, like, I want to ask you guys one final question for all the couples out there. Like, what do you think like would make them thrive? Like, what would make the relationship keep on going to be a happy couple?
Let's see. One advice that helps relationships thrive is 100%, without a question, number one has got to be communication. It's just talking. Like, it's communication, not only just listening, but actually saying exactly what's on your mind. No bullshit, no filter. That's what communicating is. And then, honestly, just support. And just having that person's back no matter what it is. Whether it's academically or at work or emotionally or whatever. It's just having their back or letting them know, like, you're not in this. Whatever you're dealing with, it's not by yourself. You're not alone. Like, your partner should never feel like they're alone or lonely or a loner at all, ever. Like, at all. She's about to cry of happiness, huh?
Definitely an open line of communication. Being honest with yourself about certain feelings. If you're living together, I would say not being afraid of saying what bothers you.
Yeah.
Because if you keep it inside, it's going to become a bigger problem. And when it can just be as simple as talking about it and compromising, I think a lot of it is compromising too. Knowing when you have to meet the other person halfway. And it's not just about yourself. It's about two. It's an us rather than like it's only me and this is what I want and this is what I should get. And I think respect in all aspects, like respect him for like being a man, respecting him for being a friend, a son, a brother, whatever he is, because there will be times where other things will come before you. Yeah. And you have to respect that. You have to understand that he's one of many different things. He's not just a boyfriend. Yeah. So respecting that there will be times that someone else is going to come before you and you can't get upset over that.
Or even like respecting your opinions and ideas and all that too.
Yeah. And then I would say the big one too is support in any possible way, whether it's like at work, whether it's with a family problem or friendship, and not necessarily telling your partner what you think they should do, but more of like a suggestion, like, have you thought about this, rather than you should do this, right? Because you're already telling them what they should do, as opposed to give them that option of considering it.
Or like maybe like, hey, I feel like maybe you should do this, or it makes me feel better when you do this.
Right. And you've seen I statements, I feel better when you do this, or I don't like it when this happens. To avoid putting the blame on just one person. Because usually if something goes wrong, it's not just one person. It's usually both of us. So I don't think anyone should put the blame on each other. And that's where compromising and talking about it comes in.
Wow. That's some great advice. That's some real stuff right here. Only on I Think I Love You.
By who?
Loverboy Los.
Hey, holla. Hey, Loverboy Los. Thank you for having us on this wonderful show. I really enjoy this beautiful studio you have. It's only going to get bigger and better, Loverboy.
As you guys just heard, Mike and Jackie are doing just good, but like any couple, they got their own challenges. But they got their own ways on how they deal with each other. I know there's other couples out there that got their different ways, or they might relate to Mike and Jackie. But these are the type of things that you're going to listen to on I Think I Love You. Go ahead, listen, subscribe, go on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podbean, wherever you listen to podcasts, man. I'm on everywhere. Tell your friends about it. Go ahead, leave a review. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram, Loverboylos. Twitter is Loverboyloso. And if you want to email me at loverboylos92@gmail.com. I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. Eat some turkey legs. Say what's up to grandma, grandpa, mama, papa, whoever. Get some beans. I don't know. I'm going to be eating a lot of tamales back at home. So don't judge me. I'm probably going to get like 10 pounds, but that's okay because I work out. And I keep on telling you, tell your friends about this podcast. You can be like, yo, I listen to this new love podcast and me and my girlfriend have never been more in love than ever before. Or you can be like, maybe I don't need my ex anymore. Or maybe you just single and you just don't care and you think it's okay podcast. Whatever. I don't judge. Just go ahead, leave a review and have a happy Thanksgiving. Peace.